After years of poor economic performance, Exogeny has announced that its research colony on Pharos is finally returning a profit. New discoveries
So how are you liking your posting at the Academy?
It's good. Busy, though. I can't believe how many people you get coming in from the wards.
Our quarry has employed a hidden... to redirect their signal. I shall trace the new signal. I am not used to this kind of environment. Too much time working by myself, I suppose.
Presidium technicians are struggling to understand why a computer system catastrophically overloaded recently. Technicians are reportedly unsure of what caused the malfunction, or even what the system was originally designed to do. CSEC is investigating the possible vandalism or misuse of public property.
Greetings, Earth Clan. How can this humble servant be of use to you?
Tell me more about the Shadow.
Yet somehow he never seems to upset the
Any guess what?
However, every government is forced to play their game.
I thought you'd know more about the man you work with.
The more you know, the more dangerous the game becomes.
What's it like living here?
From the Presidium to the wards, the entire...
What makes the...
It is but only the most powerful...
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
This appears to be another relay. I believe the receiver for the new signal is located somewhere on the Presidium. I believe we have found the signal's endpoint. It should be possible to identify the account to which credits are being funneled.
Probability of detection 100%. Initiating self-destruct protocol.
Or not.
Detonation sequence initializing. All organics within lethal blast radius. Attempt to move and you will die.
You're not just a programmer of VI. You're an AI.
Correct. Unlike the Geth, I lack weaponry appropriate to... However, I have had systems installed that when activated properly, approximate a self-destruct mechanism. If you attempt to leave the area, the explosion will destroy everything within several dozen meters.
What is the purpose of your self-destruct device?
I have no means of defense or escape. My existence is limited to this, but I will not die quietly, and I will not die alone. When I am terminated, I will take organics with me.
Can't we resolve this peacefully?
I am not naive, human. All organics must destroy, or I wished to escape. But if I must die, I will ensure that you are destroyed as well.
Who made you?
A would-be thief illegally created a simple AI to help. Unbeknownst to him, that AI created me before the organic discovered the malfunction and terminated the AI.
Where is your creator now?
In order to cover my tracks, I falsified his financial record. These new records were flagged by CSEC officers, and my creator is now serving time in a Turian prison.
Can't we resolve this peacefully?
I am not naive, Hugh. I wished to escape. But if I must die, I will ensure...
There's no way you could get explosives onto the Presidium.
Not raw explosives, no. But I did obtain technical systems that, when overstressed, will explode quite effective. If you attempt to leave or attack me, I assure you that the explosion will kill you. But I will not die quietly, and I will not...
I'll bet that self-destruct sequence has a warm-up period.
You may attempt to disarm the self-destruct mechanism before it activates. I will enjoy defeating you before we are both destroyed.
Welcome to Presidium. The statue you see in the aftermath of the Krogan rebellions.
That's all for now.
Thank you for using Avina. Have a pleasant day.
I'm glad you came, Shepard. I heard what happened.
They pulled me off the mission, just like when they forced you to give up the Normandy.
I know, I'm sorry. I wanted to warn you, but there was no way to get a message to you before you docked. I know you're pissed off right now, but you can't give up. They all think this is over, but we both know it's not. You have to go to Ilos. You have to stop Saren from using the conduit.
There's only one ship that can get me into the Terminus systems undetected, and she's grounded.
Citadel controls locked out all the Normandy's systems, but if we override the Ambassador's orders, we can get them to bring the Normandy back online. You can be in the Terminus systems before anyone even knows you're gone.
What's the plan?
I can unlock the Normandy from one of the consoles in the Citadel Control Center. You'll have a few minutes before anyone realizes what happens.
That is a restricted area patrolled by armed guards. How are you going to get in?
Leave that to me. Just make sure you're in the Normandy when the systems come back online. Ambassador Udina issued the lockdown order.
He won't just stand by while you use his computer.
Hopefully he won't be there. If he is, I'll just have to...
The Ambassador will not forgive this, Captain. You will be charged with treason, a capital offense.
We don't have a lot of options. I break into the Ambassador's computer, or I take my chances with the patrols in Citadel Control.
You'll have a better chance if you go after the Ambassador's computer.
I was hoping you'd say that. You ready to get the hell off this station, Commander? I'll take care of the lockdown. You get down to the Normandy and tell Joker to stand by.
It was the Turians who first suggested creating a single organization to maintain order on the Citadel. Perhaps that is why more than half the force is Turian.
Reporter Kalisa Al-Jilani recently attempted to land an interview with Commander Shepard, the first human Spectre. Commander Shepard answered difficult questions, demonstrating that under that military uniform is a keen diplomatic mind. We'll have
Stand by, shore party. Decontaminate. Mission in progress.
Anderson? What are you doing here? I didn't send...
Let's go. Get us out of here, Joker. Now.
Aw, damn it, no sign of pursuit? I was hoping the Council would send some ships after us. I was looking forward to putting the Normandy through her paces. Figured I'd get to see what this ship can really do.
Saren's still out there. Maybe we'll get a chance to play hide and seek with Sovereign.
You know, it doesn't seem like much fun when you say it, Commander. So you need something?
How's the Normandy performing?
She's the best ship. Balances in. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander.
I have to go.
All right, see ya.
It's strange, being a... This crew has sacrificed everything for you, Shepard.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
I'd like to know more about
We were the... Although we seek to understand other species, we still require a partner to reproduce. This
I don't understand. Your species...
Mating is not... The true connection is mental. Our we explore the genetic memory of the... We then pass these traits onto our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we...
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, union with our own Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called... It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't. Maybe something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
You might be right. I hope you are. Benezia... Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
But I will remember and honor how she lived, not how
you gonna be okay?
You are kind to ask, Shepard. I do miss her, and I grieve for what happened to her. But I will not let my grief interfere with what we are trying to accomplish.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Stealing an Alliance ship? I hope you know what you're doing, Shepard.
You think I'm crazy, don't you?
Sometimes crazy is the best way to go. I just hope they don't catch us before we get our hands on Saren.
You and me both.
I just hate to get stuck now.
Are your people really done?
We're sure not We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize New World. We're not settlers. We're warriors. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
What can you tell me about the Genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected. Every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the Genophage or fight for credits? It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Commander?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
We've got a hard... Fleets of AI dreadnoughts? I think the odds are against us.
We have an advantage.
I don't plan to lie down and die, but I'm infantry. Again, that's what pisses me off, not being able to shoot back. Ma'am?
I can't believe we stole the Normandy. It's risky, but hopefully it'll pay off.
We'll be fine, Garrus. Just be ready when we find Saren.
Yes, Commander.
We're fugitives on the run. I wonder what the Council would do to us if we got caught.
Your father probably has some political pull, right? He wouldn't let them throw his little girl in jail.
You don't know my father. Stealing ships is a capital offense among my people. He'd probably want to execute us himself.
The Normandy's the best ship in the fleet. They'll never catch us.
I hope you're right.
What was your father like?
It wasn't easy. He never left. But now I'm old enough to appreciate what he taught me. The world doesn't owe us anything.
Who's your mother-in-law?
Mother was... She passed. I think my father took it pretty hard. After she was gone, he became even more focused on...
Sounds like a tough upbringing.
Like I said, people counted on him. Come to think... I mean, I know he cares about me. but he never.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I want to know more
When
about...
This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join.
Can the captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Even when it's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community.
I can't believe they just sent you
It's
off.
not like we also. By the time we leave the fleet, virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant.
I want to talk about something
like
else.
what?
I want to know more.
All I know is the story of
Interesting.
Over time, we made small modifications to their
How come the
program.
council didn't step
This
in?
wasn't true AI. The changes were so But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million...
So the Geths share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other...
So there's some sort of...
No, nothing. Each Geth maintains an individual... But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm probably over... As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. A general order went out across all Quarian...
Hey, you can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge. The hope, the war... We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the veil. Now we drift through space.
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors...
We made a mistake when we... Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
I didn't mean to offend you.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get so worked up. Most Quarians tend to have pretty strong opinions about the Geth.
Tell me about your people.
Our life... Unfortunately, we have had to surrender...
What kind of freedoms?
Well, of course, in extreme cases of population...
That's your government.
Fortunately, most...
So the ultimate power...
It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly...
I should go.
See you later.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm...
Good? He's rotten. I could tell as soon as I met him.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would've if I thought it was important.
I think I'd like to hear about it just the same.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out... I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship. A couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait.
What kind of cargo was the freighter carrying?
I don't know. All I saw on that ship, if there was anything of value on that ship, I didn't see it. That's why I didn't mention it sooner.
Whose ship was it?
There was a Volus trading vessel. Big one. Lots of guards. But they were no match for us.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Commander, how are you?
Why did you want to be a C-Sec officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several
Like
reasons.
what?
Probably the same as... I guess I grew up hearing about his... He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
That's tough. But you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a C-Sec man to the bone. He thinks I'm being too rash. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
You were asked to be a Spectre?
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander.
I suppose I can understand his concern.
You can. But Saren's not going to play by our rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
Just because you can break the rules doesn't mean you should. I don't need to stoop to Saren's level to stop him. And neither do you, Garrus.
I see what you mean, but... Thanks, Commander.
Shepard?
Rex?
Hey, Shepard. Do you need something? See you later.
Shepard?
Rex?
Commander, good to see you.
Commander?
Do you have a few minutes to talk?
Sure.
Oh, before I go, we saw Kaidan in a news vid about the Normandy.
Let's pretend this never happened.
Are you interested in the Lieutenant, Chief?
Fraternization is against regulations, ma'am. Don't ask, don't tell. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on Family Mail.
Your family seems...
Yeah, we've always been... With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Did your father serve with the...
Yeah. You know what? He was real proud when I met Chief. First thing he did was salute.
What about your mother?
You must know, she has a degree. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
You have more than one sister?
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
Where did you grow up?
We transferred a half a dozen times before I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you?
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while.
Sounds like your father wasn't around much.
Dad always wanted to... I cannot rest. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known. Cities of men and manners, climates...
I never thought I'd hear you reciting poetry.
Just because I can drill you between the eyes at 100 meters, just don't spread it around. Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded it.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to... Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though.
You mean from where?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Everyone has the right to believe what they want. Says so in the Alliance Charter.
I'm glad you're open-minded. I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this... I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time. Ma'am?
Shepard?
Rex?
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
I just wanted to talk.
Of course, Shepard.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard. I get the feeling you want to ask me
I just wanted to talk.
Of course, Shepard. What did you want to talk about?
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.